My name is Christian Schnnobb. I'm a writer for film, television, and theater, and I also work on film and television sets as a grip. Working as a grip, an electric or a dolly grip on a set will give you some invaluable lessons on, how to write your own scripts. You might think that a scene that you're writing or that you wrote is completely undoable, but then you work on a set and you find out that, they did it for really cheap. They did a similar scene and they made it work. Working on sets, film sets, television sets for maybe 100 days out of like a 365-day year will give me the money that I need to come back home and work on my own stuff. There was a short film that my friend Arel and I co-wrote and co-produced, and he directed, called On Guard, and it was about these two security guards. One's a bully and the other one's a bookish, nerdish kind of character, and about their dysfunctional relationship. And the whole premise of the short film was that we wanted to shoot it in one location with two characters, limit the dialogue, the action, and keep it under 10 minutes. So with these constraints, we actually went out and we shot it and we cut it, and it did very well. It went to 3 or 4 festivals. At one point it was on Will Ferrell's website, funnyordie.com, where it amassed over 3,000-4,000 hits. And finally it was sold to the Comedy Network. Broadcasters go through different waves. I mean, sometimes you have executives that are there for 6 months and they move on to other positions. So you really have to know who's there, who's buying what, and what's their background. So, a lot of dealing with broadcasters means that you've got to do some investigative work. You've got to Google these people and find out, where did they work before? What have they done before they ascended to that position? And if you do that, you'll have an edge. Try to be yourself. If you're pitching a comedy, then, don't try to be too funny, but, you gotta be on. If you're trying to pitch a drama, then, you've got to know your characters and, know why they're being tortured in such a way. You want to listen too. The broadcaster might have some good feedback for you, feedback that you should take to heart. If you're a freelancer and you want to make a career out of this, you've got to have discipline. Really, you've got to do a to-do list. That's what I do most every day. I'll do a to-do list actually the night before, so I know when I go to bed what I have to do the next day. Essentially, I just work on projects that I feel have some value to me, or have some commercial value out there that I can sell and make a living at, So I mean, I'm essentially working on a cooking show right now. I'm also working on a documentary, which is a pretty straight up documentary. I'm still working on Guard. I still get hired to do corporate shoots, to write corporate videos and whatnot. Sometimes that's your bread and butter as well. Don't write a single word until you know what the client wants, because what you want might not be what the client wants, and they're paying your bills. So here's a 7-second opening of this cooking show called Judas Feast, and it's a heavy metal inspired cooking show. And it stars these two guys who are chefs during the day and rock out in their own heavy metal bands at night. And hopefully we can sell that to the Food Network or MTV Canada. As far as where I see myself in the future, doing exactly what I'm doing now, which is, honing my skills, honing my craft, getting better at what I do, how to reach people, learning about humanity and how to convey humanity so that it can see itself and really, either laugh or cry. I mean, to me, that's priceless. That's what it's all about.